You're listening to Rebel Spirituality with me, Sam Goldfinch. Here's the truth. Wisdom doesn't follow rules. So each week we're going to explore what it means to wake up your way so you can live a more peaceful, creative and inspired life no matter your circumstances. It's time to blaze your unique path to truth. So one of the most profound things that's been happening over the course of the last few years for me is that so many of the things that I used to relate to as big problems in my life, things that really needed to be dealt with, things I had to get to the bottom of, things I had to get rid of, from anxiety to insecurity and all the different flavors of that can show up. Those things have really shifted from things that look like problems that need solving into like guidance systems, navigation systems, wisdom in action, if you like. Like it's sort of like the more and more I see how it is that our experience works, the more I notice the feeling of being caught up with my personal thinking, being identified with this kind of small me that feels like it's not connected to anything wider than that. And when I'm noticing this unconditioned being that's here for all of us, like what that's like. And of course, that's not an experience. It's more like an unfolding or a recognition. But to start to recognize that and to start to see when I'm caught up and when I'm expansive and home, that's just been a real gift for me. And it's really changed the game. It's really changed the game because I really felt like for a while, I just didn't know if I'd ever get to the end of all of that stuff, all of those insecurities, all of those stories. I was thinking, well, when will this end? How long does this seeking and this self-development kind of hamster wheel have to go on before I can finally just kind of say, okay, now it's done. Now I'm okay. And urgency, the feeling of urgency was something that used to be pretty common for me. There was a period of my life in particular when I left teaching and started creating a business where I felt like I really had to act fast. There was a real urgency around what I was doing. And I didn't realize that I was just getting pulled around by that so much. And these days, urgency has become a signal for me to just take a moment, right? It's not long these days before I tend to just wake up to it, realize that I've been caught up, and realize that I've probably fallen for a trick. And the trick is usually going kind of like outside in, right? It's believing that my source, that well-being and peace and happiness is out there. Now, essentially that I'm not okay and that I need to do something quickly, or I need to make a decision or act fast so that I can be okay. Like I need something, I'm lacking something, I miss something. That's the kind of energetic kind of feeling it has to it. And of course, that's never true. The truth of the matter is that here in this moment now, which is where life unfolds, life is now, there's nothing that we're lacking. We may feel at the level of our personal thinking that there's all sorts of things that we're missing, but that's not the truth of it. The truth of it, at the heart of it, is that consciousness, who you really are, isn't lacking anything. And I made a podcast a while ago about decisions, and I think I maybe might even see it slightly different now, but I was talking about kind of the art of decision making. And one of the things I was sharing in that podcast was, for me, it's much more powerful to know when not to make a decision, right? Rather than trying to make one, if you like. So if this directly relates to this, if there's a real sense of urgency, if there's a real sense of, I need to make this decision now, it's hugely high stakes and I'm very in my thinking about it, and perhaps there's insecurity around it, that to me is not now, Sam. Take a moment. Come into the now, go for a walk, really just do the simple things to just be here, And in time, it's funny, decisions, they make themselves, right? In the sense that we feel like we're oscillating between this thing and that thing. And then in the end, it just we just make a decision. It just appears within us, right? We decide we go this way or we go that way. And so for me, it's like all of that time spent spinning out and kind of freaking out sometimes and really caught up in that urgency is not a requirement, actually. And that's been really amazing for me to see, because now when I notice that I'm there, I can get off that train and come back into the now and trust that I will know what to do when I know what to do, and I'm not going to know what to do prior to that or before that. And the thing is, in real moments of where it is necessary for us to make a decision, this very moment, because it is really there's danger, real danger or something. Really, we don't really have time to get caught up in our personal thinking about it, right? In those real moments where it really is urgent, we just do what makes sense to us in the moment. We've been built to have that guidance system, all right, to get out the way of danger, to move away quickly. And so, yeah, that's built in. Like, that's built in. Very often we're telling ourselves an urgency story when actually there is time for us to take a step back and take a breath and to realign with what's here in this moment and see how things unfold. So, yeah, just wanted to kind of talk about that for a minute, because if you're anything like me or anything like many of the people that I've worked with, that it may still be the case for you, or it may very much have been the case for you, that many things in life have felt incredibly urgent, that they're very high stakes, very important, that they need to be dealt with now, and I need to think my way through it in order to come to a decision. But actually, we do very well when we're less caught up. Right? When we realize, when we truly see for ourselves that the stuff that really matters to us isn't at stake, like it's built into the system, we tend to do a lot better, because then our decisions are coming from less from a sense of urgency and more from a sense of just curiosity, and just what we're no longer invested in trying to make ourselves okay and trying to, get everything in the right place and everything. We're more kind of just following that natural unfolding that's happening in life. And that's a powerful thing to trust, in my experience. So that's it, I think. I hope you have a beautiful week. I would love to hear from you. If this is something you've been seeing or something that you're waking up to, that would then be sure to reach out and let me know. And otherwise, I hope to see many of you in all these different places where I know you. And I'll see you here on the podcast next week, if not. See you soon.